The Senate passed it today. I have all the details and what you need to know right here in the video, so let's get right into it. Alright, believe it or not, the Senate actually did something today. In fact, they passed a huge bill, almost $2 trillion, and that's what I want to discuss for you here in the video and give you all the details as well as the ramifications of this bill actually passing, so let's get into it and discuss what's going on. However, really fast before we do, thank you so much for joining me. If you're new here or if you haven't done so yet, please make sure to subscribe by hitting the button right down below the video, as it's totally free to do so, and because I am your one and only daily advocate, I'm here for you right by your side every single day, watching all this new information hitting the wire, doing the necessary research, and breaking it all down into these short videos so you can stay updated with what's actually going on, and most importantly, how it's going to impact you, your money, your benefits, your lifestyle, your bank account, and of course, anything showing up right now you can possibly grab and or take advantage of, as I truly want to help you out in any way that I can. So again, thanks so much for joining me. Please subscribe down below if you haven't done so yet. And also remember, I'm here for you every single day. That's my dedication. That's my commitment. And as always, that is my promise to you and everybody right here in the community. All right, thanks again. Let's get into it and talk about the massive nearly $2 trillion the Senate just passed today. What does this bill actually mean, and where do we go from here? All right, so believe it or not, yes, the Senate actually did something. Now, obviously, I'm being a little bit sarcastic here, but seriously, it seems like Congress never really does a whole lot of anything, but today they came together and they actually passed this huge bill. In fact, the votes came in 68-29, so it passed by quite a big margin there, and they only needed 60 votes, so obviously they exceeded the votes that they actually needed by 8, so yeah, it's right onto the House now. Now, here's the thing. This bill is not over yet. Yes, it passed through the Senate, but now it is going on to the House of Representatives, where Nancy Pelosi has indicated she's likely going to be voting on it this evening. Now, to be fair with you, as of right now, as of this recording, they have not voted on it yet. However, they're likely still going to be voting on it sometime this evening. Now, generally, these votes do come in kind of late, so like I said, it's probably still going to happen tonight. I'm not sure for sure, but they said that they would likely be voting on it this evening. So obviously, I can give you an update tomorrow sometime if it does actually vote tonight, and if they do pass this thing this evening, or if they do it right away tomorrow morning, whatever it happens to be, either way, I will keep you posted as I do get that information. But just wanted to be fair with you, as of right now, has not been voted on quite yet in the House of Representatives. But then remember, after they do vote on this thing in the House, provided it passes, then it goes to the president and he needs to sign it before it actually turns into law. So there's a few steps here to go, and we're still anticipating it will likely pass through the House of Representatives. It probably won't have any problems there. Just being real with you, I wouldn't really say that it's going to have any problems passing. Generally, the House of Representatives is pretty much a rubber stamp these days, right? So if it passes through the Senate, we usually know this is the chamber that usually has the difficulties getting these bills through. But if it gets through the Senate, usually it's a rubber stamp in the House, and then it goes right onto the president, and again, he signs it typically. So just letting you know what's going on here. But this is the full fiscal year spending package for the federal government. This is what they were supposed to do way back in September. So all these months later, they're finally doing their work that they should have done back in September, when really they were on vacation for 5 weeks instead. Yeah, nice, right? Which, quick side note, by the way, I want to point this out really quickly. So just a couple days ago, I was out in a separate video talking about this bill and how they were likely going to be voting on it this week, probably toward the end of the week, and sure enough, they waited until the very last days of the week here to actually get this thing done. But more on that here in just a second. However, as I was doing more research on this bill throughout the course of the week, get this. The Congress has not passed a full year budget bill prior to, the actual end of the fiscal year since 1996. That's crazy. How many years ago is that? Is that like 26 years ago? 26 years ago, I think, if my math is correct right now. I think that's 26 years ago was the last time they actually passed a bill on time. So in other words, for the last 26 years, they've been delayed on getting the full year fiscal budget for the full year done on time. So they've been late for 26 years in a row. That is not necessarily something that they should be proud of. So yeah, unbelievable, right? So anyway, just want to bring that to your attention. I came across that here just over the last day or two as I was doing my research on this, and thought, wow, I wanted to share that with you because that just shows how they've been late for a long time, almost three decades, right? It's craziness. Anyway, So here's the deal of this bill. So like I said, it's almost $2 trillion. In fact, it's $1.7 trillion is the total package. So that's what it is. So that's a lot of money, $1.7 trillion. Now let me put this into perspective really quickly. The American Rescue Plan from March of 2021 was $1.9 trillion. So it's almost the same price tag, right? It's off by $200 billion. But when we're talking almost $2 trillion, I mean, realistically, what is $200 billion at that point, right? It's not that much, even though $200 billion alone is a crazy amount of money, right? So anyway, the whole deal behind this bill, as I mentioned here over the last week or so, as I've talked about this a couple times, there's a couple different things that they were possibly going to be adding into this bill, including possibly the advanced child tax credit payments. Guess what? They didn't make it. They're not in there at all. So for those of you that maybe have kids 17 and younger and potentially hoping on the advanced child tax credit payments to make it into this bill, sorry, didn't make it. So just letting you know, this is what they were anticipating. Now, there were a few other things that they were possibly going to be adding into this bill. Again, didn't really add a whole lot. So the main story is, what is in this bill for us? The main question would be, not much, not a whole lot. Okay, so basically what this is going to do, it's going to keep the government funded between now, when they pass this thing, through the end of September 2023, because that is the end of the 2023 fiscal year, and they'll be playing this whole game over again in September of 2023, so, this coming year here, and then, of course, they'll probably push it out and be delayed yet again, just like they were this year, and like they have been for the last 26 years, they'll likely be delayed yet again. So, one more thing that I want to point out really quickly, which is, we know that last Friday, they passed a short-term continuing resolution to keep the government funded through tomorrow, right? Tomorrow being Friday, by the way. So that short-term bill from last week was going to keep the government funded through this tomorrow, basically. And then we'd potentially be going into a partial government shutdown in the event we didn't get another short-term bill or this long-term bill to keep it funded through the end of September. Well, looks like they're going to be going the long way here and the actual long-term bill with this $1.7 trillion package. But remember as well, they got to get this thing done before the end of the day tomorrow. See, even though Nancy Pelosi and the House of Representatives plan on voting on this evening, doesn't mean it's actually going to happen. So just remember, it's got to be signed by the president before midnight tomorrow. Otherwise, we'll potentially go into a partial government shutdown. Now, let me be fair with you and be honest with you right now. I don't think that's going to happen, okay? I don't think we're going to be faced with a government shutdown, even a partial government shutdown. I think 100% the House of Representatives will either vote on it either late this evening, sometime, after this recording, because it has not happened as of yet. It'll happen either late this evening sometime, or just basically anytime this evening, or it's going to happen right away tomorrow. I would anticipate late this evening. Why? Because they want to hit the road. They want to go on their vacation. Let's be real right now. Again, as I always say, Congress wants to get out of here. They don't want to hang around any longer than they need to. They want to hit the road. They want to go home and, do whatever they do. I honestly have no clue what they do. But anyway, they want to hit the road. They want to go on their vacations. So I would anticipate they're probably going to vote this evening. And then remember, the president will likely sign it probably tomorrow. Highly doubt he's going to sign it this evening. Provided it's signed by the president tomorrow, we're good to go. And there's no risk of a partial government shutdown at all, at least for the next 9 months or something like that? A little over 9 months. So yeah, and then we get to face this whole situation yet again. Okay, so when it comes down to it, this is it. There's all kinds of stuff in there. Hundreds of billions of dollars of your hard-earned money spent on all kinds of projects, all kinds of different things. In total, $1.7 trillion of taxpayer dollars that they're spending on all kinds of business. So anyway, this is what the package is. I have seen a couple of headlines coming out saying, is there a stimulus check in there? Or basically the headlines coming out saying there's, this talk that a stimulus check was added into this package. There's not. Being fair with you right now, there is not a stimulus check in this package. Anything anywhere even close to that. So I'm just being honest with you right now, letting you know there's nothing like that in there, even though I've seen a couple of headlines popping up saying, is there a check in the package? Sure would be nice, but there's not, okay? Just letting you know, this is the full fiscal year budget for 2023. It should have been done 3 months ago, way back in September, but they're just finally doing it now. So this is what they did. And yes, the Senate has passed it, goes on to the House. It's at the House now, and they should be voting. Who knows? Maybe they're voting right here, right now, as I speak, as I record this video. Not really sure. I'll know in about, I don't know, a minute when I get done recording this video, you know what I mean? And I check the headlines yet again. When I'm done with this, I'll have that idea. But at some point this evening, they will be voting, and then the president will sign it, and then we're good to go. So anyway, of course, I want to bring this to your attention. I've talked about it a couple of times. This is the $1.7 trillion package that has been around in the headlines a little bit here lately. And, as always, stirring up some controversy around on some of the different platforms as well over the last few days. I've been seeing it pop up. As always, we can't do anything without a little bit of drama these days, right? So I don't know. It's kind of funny to watch all this stuff play out. But realistically, you always got to read between the lines, which is, again, what I'm here for, to do all the research for you and then break it down in these short videos. So anyway, hope this one helps you. Again, wanted to come back and give you a real quick update on this just because I've been telling you, I'll give you an update as I do get more information. And this is what I know as of right now. So again, please subscribe down below if you haven't done so yet. Also, by the way, thank you so much for sharing these videos with your friends, family, and social media. I really do appreciate it. Also, go back and check out some of the other thousands and thousands of videos here on the channel. As I do get more details on anything going on right now, there's a lot happening, especially as we approach the last couple days here of the year. The holidays upon us. Can you believe it? Honestly, I'm going to be real with you right now. It doesn't feel real to me right now. It just feels like kind of a crazy time that we're living through. Anyway, hope you're doing well. Again, happy holidays to all of you. Hope you're doing well. I'm here for you every single day, no matter what. Rain or shine, snow or not, which, by the way, apparently there's like this huge storm rolling across the country right now. I've been seeing it all over the headlines right now, and hope you're staying warm. I hope you're staying safe these days. Like blizzard-like conditions across like huge portions of the country right now. So stay warm out there. I wish I could just like send everybody a heated blanket right now. We could all cuddle up underneath it. Not together. Sorry, that would be a little bit weird. I'm not saying we should all be together. I'm just saying we'd all be, under our blankets, drinking hot chocolate, coffee, whatever we want, whatever is our preferred drink, tea maybe for some of us. But yeah, that'd be pretty nice, right? So anyway, enjoy your day. Have a good one, and I'll keep you posted as I get more details on anything right now. And until next time, have a good day. I'll catch you again later. Stay warm, and I'll see you guys.